Hello, my elemental babies. Welcome back. I'm your host, Sandra Panda with Lotus Flower Bomb Tarot, here to bring you your weekly forecast and the first quarter moon for my air babies. Air babies, thank you so much for being patient with me. I know your guys' reading should have been out on Thursday, but the waxing crescent moon had my energy all kinds of fudgesicles up, and I could not get your guys' messages out. For the ones of you guys that actually listened, could tell, before I deleted the video. So I'm reworking on your guys' energy today because the flow is a lot better today. I feel more in tune with my energy. I don't feel blocked. So I really want to get your guys' messages out today, and this is going to be for my air signs. Gemini. This is your guys' Gemini card, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, all from my air babies, and I'm gonna hop right into this. So this is for your first quarter moon. So the first quarter moon card says, face challenges, make decisions, and find the path forward through challenges or conflicts. Conflicts, sorry. And then for the fiery quarter moon card, this is what it looks like, and it says, take decisive action, face challenges head on with determination and courage, okay? And then the Virgo card, show you guys close up real quick before I hop right into your guys' downloads for this message, since I didn't get a chance to get them out last time. Let me grab my book for you guys real quick so I can pull the downloads. Uh, for my air babies, we got ease, number 42. This is Virgo energy moving into Libra energy, so you could either have these in your chart or be dealing with somebody with this energy. Consider whether you're being too picky. Know that the future is very bright. Ask Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of wealth, prosperity, and fortune for guidance, cooperation, and open your heart to love. If I'm saying her name wrong, I'm so sorry. And then for number 25, the Morgan. Okay, her download is Aries energy. And on her card description, actually, let me show you guys. I'm just going to show you guys like a quick. This is how I get your guys' downloads, just from this little short description right here. But on her card, like she had like other things like right here that I like wrote down that I felt like were important for you guys. Maybe it might mean something to some of you guys. I put fight was underneath her name, and she was the goddess of war, prophecies, and fate. Okay. Recognize that your fears may be more in your head than reality. Unite with feminine friends to get through this. For my male air babies, I feel more like you guys need to hang out with feminines that are like more like, that honest auntie or like a brutally honest friend, a female friends that, won't steer you in the wrong direction or be biased, or if they like you, won't tell you things just because they like you. So look for somebody that's going to be brutally honest with you, like an auntie, a grandma, somebody elder, if you have anything like that. Um, if not, I'm here and I will give you the brutally honest truth. Have confidence in that you will win against a rival, adversary, or op. Change the way you're coming across. Rest assured you're at the peak of the chaos now. So you guys are at the top. You guys are not in it. You guys are at the top of it, and you guys are just watching all the shit happen around you. Okay, but also watch how you guys are coming across. All right. All right. So for the next one is Reveal the Truth 21. This is Sagittarius energies. You might be dealing with it or have it in your chart. Check your moral compass. Acknowledge that the truth will set you free. Speak your truth. Look at another perspective and risk being frank. So some of you guys really need to speak your truth, even if it's going to be frank. It will set you free. It will set you free. Oh my God, I couldn't even get that out. It will set you free, and check to see if this is part of your moral compass. Okay, so those are your guys' downloads for that, and we're gonna hop right into the reading. So for this first quarter moon in Virgo, this spread is called Edit Your Garden Before It's Empty. And the first space, we're just going to be asking what's actually growing in your guys' garden right now. So let's find out what's actually growing in my Air Baby's garden. Wow, that's looked out real quick. Oh, you guys got the chariot victory, overcoming obstacles, success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline, hard work, and focus. You guys are moving. You guys are either moving on from a situation or moving in a direction of victory, success, ambition, all the good things that I just said right now. That's so awesome. I'm so proud of you guys. Hell yeah. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, my air babies. Oh yeah. All right, for the next one is a challenge or obstacle that you guys overthink or over edit or sometimes just don't even plan at all because like you guys are just overthinking it. So let's see. What are they overthinking or editing? Justice in reverse. Indecisive, self-doubt, malicious gossip, lack of self-awareness, unwilling to learn karmic lessons. So the challenge is that you guys know that the shit is not for you, and you guys are not calling judgment on it. You guys are staying stuck in it, trying to see, well, is it really that bad? It is. It is, my friend. It's that bad. You need to get out of this and call judgment on yourself or the situation or a person that you're with and move out of this energy so it can stop blocking you. Okay? So that you'll stop overthinking, so that because it's actually blocking your guys' Ten of Pentacles. Because it was out in reverse at first. It said unexpected change, financial disaster, bankrupt, and huge loss. So maybe you guys are going through this right now because of this. So Spirit is saying this is what's blocking your guys' money, your Ten of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying, please pay attention to this right now, okay? Woo! All right, so for your next one, where are my air babies? This is where you guys are stuck editing on an empty page instead of putting down a messy rough draft or at least a first seed, okay? Where are they stuck editing an empty page instead of putting a first draft, even a messy first draft or a first seed? The Ace of Swords, new ideas, new plans, intelligence. Damn, this is our sign, you guys. I'm an Aquarius myself, so this is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini sign right here, the Ace of Swords. You guys know the truth. And you guys have that sword in your hand, you guys are ready to cut the shit. But you guys are just not moving on it. Instead, you guys are just like editing it and editing it and editing it. Like it's a good idea, but you guys are mentally just like overthinking it. So Spirit is saying don't overthink it, just go with it. Okay? Just let it be messy, let it be your first seed. Just start that new idea, start that new plan. Let it be a victory, let it be a success, let it be a breakthrough, even if it's messy and it's the first time, just let it be what it's gonna be, okay? And what are my air babies trying to perfect in their head before it's even real, or how is it blocking them? What are they trying to perfect in their head? Oh, another card block or flip, but we're not going to take that. We're just going to take this one. You guys got the Four of Swords, and you guys got fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed, mentally overloaded, needing solitude, relaxation, rest, peace, quiet, sanctuary, yeah, this sanctuary. Okay. Meditation, regrouping, healing, hospitalization, introspection, planning for the future. So Spirit is saying you guys keep on overthinking in your head before it even becomes a reality. You guys are blocking yourself so much because you guys are just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and this is what's blocking your momentum because you guys are instead of expecting the worst, or what is it? How do you say that saying again? Expecting planning for the best but expecting the worst. You guys are doing the opposite. You guys are planning for the worst and like expecting things to be like different from last time. And they're like, oh, it's gonna change, but you guys are still expecting the worst out of it because you guys are not getting out of your head. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to add a little bit more time. The other thing I was gonna say is that Spirit wants you guys to rest so you guys can see the path ahead, so you guys can keep moving in this chariot forward, so that you guys don't lose any more momentum or keep blocking that momentum for you guys. Okay? So what's next is decision about where to put the air baby's time and energy and service needs to be made now instead of into somebody. Where do they need to put their time and energy at now instead of into a person? Where do they need to put their time and energy instead of a person? Ooh, we got the justice in reverse. Unjust, karmic, reputation, repetition, sorry. Dishonesty, cooperation, lack of accountability, dishonest, unfair, karmic advice, not advice, advances, avoidance, avoidance, sorry. So, what Spirit is saying is that you guys need to take this time to look at the injustice in your life to set that shit straight. Call judgment. Look, call judgment on the injustices in your life. Okay? The things that are holding you back, even if it's yourself, call fucking justice on yourself for the things that are holding you back. And call justice and judgment on it, on those things, those people, those places, on those energies, so that you can keep moving forward. Because that's what's holding you back too, and that's why Spirit wants you to take this time and energy and focus it on the injustice in your life so that you can heal from it and move on from it. um, what does the creative process or messy planning phase actually look like for my air babies right now? Oof, it tried to come out in reverse, like it came out kind of like crooked. I know y'all saw that. So like you guys are in between feeling like you have a shit ton of options and having no options at all because like you guys got the seven of cups and you guys are in between that energy of feeling like you have enough and then having not enough or having options and not having any options. So Spirit is saying there's a lot of options, but you guys need to use your discernment, your intuition. You need to call judgment on the ones that are fucking injustice and start looking at the cups for what they really are. Start eliminating them so you can see which cups are really meant to be in your life and which ones are not meant to be in your life so that you know what your options are. Instead of you sitting there guessing like this dude looking up at all these cups, like, which one should I pick? You know which one you should pick. You know which ones are injustice. You know which ones are making you overthink, want to try again, or making you feel like crap. You know, making you feel self-doubt or even have to gossip, or lack of self-awareness, having to redo the karmic lessons and all that shit. Like, you know it. But you keep going back and looking at all those cups like, oh, which one's the worst? Stop. Stop doing that. You know which one's the worst. You know which ones you shouldn't be touching or even looking at. Or how can my air babies ask for their inner editor to step back for a minute without abandoning their standards? Dang, that came out fast. Completely. So where your inner editor is asking you to step back is for when you guys are stepping into this new beginnings, because now we got Ace of Wands here with the Ace of Swords. Your inner editor wants to edit everything and make everything perfect and like organize everything down to a T, and they're saying you can't do that. You have to just let things flow and let them happen as they should. Yeah, be organized, be smart, control what you can, but whatever you can't, let that shit be what it needs to be. Let it be a mystery, let it be the unknown. Let the beginning have its curiousness, the spontaneous, like that special moment of just of discovering something new. You know, don't try to figure it all out at once. Just let it happen. Let yourself feel inspired. Good news. Use your intuition, finding new passion, enthusiasm, accepting a challenge, getting in the game, stepping into your true talent, growth of action, travel, excitement. This is all what it says on the card, you guys. Enthusiasm, creative spark, physically starting something new, good news. So, you know, when that editor mode comes in, when you're hitting that inspiration moment, Spirit is saying, like, let there be moments where things are just raw and a mystery or unknown, and just go with the flow. Be inspired. Be inspired, be creative, just let your little self run with it. Feel like a kid with it. I mean, I'm sitting right here just feeling like a little kid laughing and giggling about this shit. And when I talk about my cards, I don't say, oh, I'm gonna go do a reading. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go play with my cards. Like, I try not to make this like about work. I try to make it about having fun for myself, but also for you guys. That's why I try to laugh about it, even if it's bad. I try to make jokes and I try to laugh about it. I'm a person like Deadpool, where I deal with my pain with humor. And, I try to make things humorous, even though sometimes I probably shouldn't. That's something I gotta deal with. But, like, life, life is a bitch, and we just gotta keep going, you guys, even when it's hard, you know? So let's keep going. If my air babies plant first and edit after, what kind of progress or harvest becomes possible next? Whew, wow. The star energy. All right. Ooh, and the nine of cups. All right. Hell yeah. So with the star energy, that's hope, recognition, inspiration, creativity. Oh my God, you guys are stepping back into your creativity energy. You're stepping back into hope, recognition, your calm energy, your contentment, renewal. You guys are calling judgment on this shit, on all this shit, and you're like, all right, I'm starting to see what I really thought I was seeing or feeling. And you guys are renewing that healing, that spiritual walk. If you guys are doing a spiritual walk or, getting close to spirituality again, you guys are feeling more positive, stepping back into your faith, you're healing, you're rejuvenating, and all this is gonna lead you to your nine of cups, to your wish fulfillments, to everything that you wish for, because you're stepping back into your energy. Whether you be an Aquarius or not, you might have Aquarius in your chart, but they're telling you to heal, to have hope, to have faith, to be inspired, to create, pour back into yourself if you need to, so that all your wishes and fulfillments can come true. Joy, fulfillment, positivity, enthusiasm, success, abundance, prosperity, achievements, rewards, confidence, higher self-esteem. Bro, on one of these cards, I think it said lack of self-esteem. Like somebody didn't have lack of awareness, lack of like a self-doubt, like even that, like you are getting all that back once you actually step into this energy and you keep moving forward in this chariot. You keep moving forward in your new ideas, your new beginnings. Ooh, well, these are not the ones that I was trying to grab. I was going to grab my angel number cards, but I guess they want me to clarify. What do you guys want me to clarify for them? The justice in reverse. All right, so we're going to clarify the justice in reverse. What is this justice in reverse? Ooh, dang, that was quick. Elusive, dishonest, deceptive, trickery. I'm telling you guys need to call judgment and justice on this energy right here. And you guys are already at that point, or somebody is breaking point, limit, final straw, um, overwhelm. So somebody's getting to that point with this justice in reverse. Somebody's like, oh hell no, like this shit is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. What do they need to call judgment on and the judgment in reverse spirit? Beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Maybe you guys need to call judgment on the fact that you don't think you're beautiful, charming, graceful, kind-hearted, when you really are. People might call you cold. People might say that you're not, that you gossip, that you're all this shit, but you really are this type of energy. And Spirit is telling you, call judgment on it. Confessions. Ooh, or maybe somebody's gonna confess something to you, a female. It says confessions, unveiling, coming clean messages. Damn. And you're gonna have to make a judgment. All right, sorry about that, guys. So I don't know how long my camera wasn't recording, but you guys also got ecstasy with confessions and beauty. So somebody's gonna confess that they were chasing the thrills, the um, the excitement, the good times. They were just chasing that feeling. Maybe with you or with somebody else, and now they're gonna come clean about it, or maybe this beauty woman, this person will come and tell you about that. Then the other cards that I had pulled were on the Seven of Pentacles, or the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups. Somebody's bluffing, pretending, and exaggerating. Um, and then conflicted, clashing differences and incompatibility. So somebody was pretending like they had, like they were compatible with you, that they were all good, but they were actually just fucking wearing a mask. And maybe they had more options than what they were really telling you, and maybe you were just one of those options. But once you leave and they realize like what they really had, they're gonna come back for a second chance because this is another card that came out right after that. Reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. So, this person went chasing the thrills, chasing the other options, and they found out what that shit was really about. All right, so then the other cards I had pulled were for like to figure out what edit you were making on this empty page with the Ace of Swords. Sorry. So what you guys keep on editing over and over is your healing time. Healing doesn't happen overnight. This is the healing takes time. Process is not always linear. Trust that even setbacks are part of the progress. Okay? So Spirit is saying, stop trying to rewrite the healing time frame. Healing happens when it happens. And let it happen. That's the clarity that you needed. And then for the Four of Swords, what's blocking your momentum right now is when you get into that Four of Swords where you're like fear and anxiety and all that stuff step in. You are learning that you are breaking those karmic cycles, or you are gonna start learning how to break those karmic cycles. And you guys get really in your head about these things. Recognize repeating patterns and take action to break generational curses. So Spirit is saying that when you guys get in those energies, for you to recognize it so you can break it, release it, and rest on it, okay? Because it's no longer yours. You're working on it. You're not going to do it again. You'll be all right. And then for the other card that I had got was for what the feeling that you guys will get when you have to step back from that inner editor when you're feeling inspired is like that overwhelming, thinking, paralyzing feeling. Excuse me. So Spirit is saying that when you get into this feeling right here where it says overthinking paralyzed, not every problem needs endless analyzing, trust your instincts and take action. Spirit is saying step back and just take action. You don't need to analyze every situation, especially when it's a new beginning, good news, like yes, be smart about it, but use your intuition. Okay? All right. And then your angel numbers that we have got were reassurance. And that's 747. Trust your intuition and make practical decisions that align with your higher purpose. Your guardian angels are acknowledging your efforts. So your guardian angels are watching and acknowledging your effort, okay? And then the next one was authenticity. 787. Be yourself, pursue your passion, and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking of you. Exactly. Don't worry about anybody else. Just worry about you. Next was alignment 111. If you guys are seeing these numbers, have seen these numbers, or will start seeing these numbers, this is where you're at on the path of all of this. Okay? Your thoughts are manifesting rapidly. Trust in the guidance and stay focused on your goals. So remember, your mind is always manifesting what you truly want. So if you want this star energy and this freaking Nine of Cups energy, you have to manifest it not just your with your moves, but with your mind, your body, your soul, everything. Okay? And then next was New Beginnings 919. Again, with the new beginnings, new everything. Spirit's trying to offer this to you guys. You guys just need to recognize the little things and move on from them, you know? And I know at first they're not going to feel like little things, especially with this dishonesty and deception card and the things that I was just saying. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But once you guys get through it, it'll be okay. And it says you're ready to start a new chapter of your life. Be open to meeting new people, business wise, friend wise, you know. You don't have to jump into a relationship, but if you are looking for that, Spirit is saying be open to it. Okay. Transition 345 is the last angel card that we got for you guys today for my air babies. You are in a period of transition and change. Embrace new beginnings, again with new beginnings, and trust in the process of transformation and unfolding in your life. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of new beginnings for you guys. So, ooh, dang, exact. Oh, I was gonna say it again. Somebody from your past, probably, or somebody that's hurt you, is gonna come in and ask for a second chance, ask for forgiveness, and confess to you the truth about being dishonest, being deceptive, about being trickery, you know, about the trickery, about them fucking just chasing after all these cups because they were just chasing the excitement, the thrills, the ecstasy. You know, I'm hearing lustful energy as well. Um, so they could have just been chasing after the lust, you know, too. And they're very conflicted with the fact that they might have to come back and pretend like none of this bothers them with the bluff and the conflicted. Like, they have to come back and pretend like they weren't this person, or if they do come back and tell you everything, they're gonna tell you that you know that they were conflicted and that they were bluffing and that you know that they did make you feel like shit, but they're still gonna come back and ask you for a second chance. And Spirit is asking you to really sit and think on this. Okay. Well, that's all I got for you today, my air babies. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm so sorry I had to rush through this last part, but you guys' reading has been really long. I'm hoping this part stays so I don't have to do it again because I might have to make a second video for you guys if it doesn't. But until next time, like, follow, subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.